that's what I'm going to be looking at in the coming year, where it doesn't. So like Wausau is that's one of those areas we work hard to maintain. And one reason we work so hard on all the time is we have a lot of younger employees, we have a lot of part-time employees as a community, and that's constant reinforcement that we require. We have do a lot of training with our full-time employees too to make sure that they're up to speed. But that's we're engaged in dangerous work. It's the most dangerous work you can do, and that's why we need to stay after our employees and make sure they're doing everything as safely as possible.
Is it hard to make a comment on that, or?
Was that a question? You can comment if you want.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, I know that's important, and that's one of the reasons
we need the microphone and your name and address.
Yeah, Jim Beltman, 1737 Centennial Lane. That's one of the things that I think is always our strength, and I don't know what happened in the past. I wasn't involved in that. But I would encourage you to take a look at an account like Caledonia. I'm only bringing this up because this was discussed at a public meeting. Their experience might be at 1.44. This year it's going to be in the low 7s. And a lot of that is directly related to what they've done. Help them do that. And I'm sure that we all have great success stories. And that's very important, because if we don't have those, you really should be asking yourself whether our premium is a good buy. Our loss prevention people are ready to come out, and I gave Kathy an example of an action plan that we actually put together for another one of our municipalities. That's the way that we'll operate. We'll look at your plan, we'll look at what's going on, and we'll develop a plan with you and with your input, and then we will carry that out throughout the year, modify it as need be. And we've had great success in helping our customers reduce their mileage, because that's what a comp carrier can do for you. If you can't do that, then the dividends are great, but that's where there's a lot of premium savings to be generated. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Clyde?
My question is, I'm sorry, James, Jim, you could have stayed up there, I think.
I'm sorry.
On the, to purchase an umbrella for additional $2 million.
Right.
What's premiums on
Your umbrella right now is $3,773,000. Let me just make sure that I look at the right number. And that is for a $2 million umbrella limit. Now, are you asking me, should you choose to purchase an additional $2 million?
I thought originally you said the original umbrella was for $1 million, and we could purchase a $2 million increment.
No, our umbrella is $2 million, and you may purchase, if needed, an additional $2 million at that premium. It's called pro rata, which means if half the year's expired, you'll pay half the premium. That's not an option we have, that's an obligation we have to meet. That's one of the improvements we added to our plan this year.
Thank you.
Before the gentleman leaves, are there any questions for him? Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Monica?
No, I already answered.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? The one comment was they asked that we keep the door open. I think the door is always open. Kathy and Mike and everybody on the staff does a great job of going through these, finding the best rate out there for us. Not only the best rate, but the best fit for our situation, which is important. So, to answer the question, the door is always open.
With that, I'll make a motion to accept the Wausau bid.
I'll second. Well,
Motion by Clyde to accept the Wausau bid, second by Monica. Further discussion?
I just thanks the community, and the bidding process is always going to be there with us. You've done good for us so far, and who knows what we'll do. But thanks.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That moves us to item D, to consider the appointment to the Kenosha Area Convention and Visitors Bureau Board.
Presently, we have your memorandum, recommendation for the appointment of John Roscioli as a representative from the village. The term would extend through until May 1st, 2010. I've attached a brief community description of John that he provided.
John had addressed us earlier during citizens' comments, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate your interest in the village and helping serve with it. Also with us tonight, we have Dennis Duchesne, the new president of the Kenosha Visitors Tourism Bureau, so I don't know if Dennis cares to say anything or promote anything coming up. I know you're working on the Civil War Museum. Maybe give people a heads up when that's coming up. And
Dennis Duchesne, 8710 36th Avenue, Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'd just like to thank the village board for all their support they have for tourism and everything they've done for us. And certainly would like to welcome John, should you choose to approve him tonight, to the board. And look forward to working with him. I think he'll be a great addition. And that's all I have. Thank you.
thank you, Dennis.
John, with that, I would make a motion to approve John Roscioli.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Clyde. Any other discussion on that? Hearing none, those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. And thank you, Dennis, because I think we just had the state tourism convention in Lake Geneva, and what we learned is how much tourism does not only for our community, but the whole state. And I talked about this before, but I don't emphasize it enough. Nobody thinks of Kenosha or Pleasant Prairie as a tourism mecca, but the thousands of dollars it brings into the community makes a difference, especially with merchants and the hotels and everybody that's in the community. And actually bring more people into the shopping over Bryan outlets, and those are all tax dollars that come into our community and our state, and those are tax dollars that aren't charged to the local and state taxpayers, so that makes a big difference. So, John, welcome aboard. That brings us to item E, and that is the consent agenda, items 1 through 2, I believe.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Clyde. Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carries. That brings us to item 7, village board comments. Mike?
I called Germantown myself a couple weeks ago to find out about broadcasting the board meetings, and I found out the same information about Babcock did, and even a little more, that Time Warner had given